Hey guys, thanks for joining this live. Y'all pardon me for having to push the live back. We're having some really bad thunderstorms here. It's thundering and lightning really bad here. So we're gonna try to get through this live. Hopefully, hopefully nothing happens to where the lights or anything flicker out. But let's get through it, y'all. Because I don't want to keep you guys waiting any longer. Hello to everyone. Thanks, mods, for being here. Please, everyone, please tap on that like button for me. Of course, everything said in the video is alleged and in my opinion, and is used for fair use and entertainment. Let's go ahead and jump on in. Some of you guys may have already seen this online. Chris Brown has pled guilty, you guys. Let's get into that so y'all can see what's going on with that. He's always finding himself in a situation where he's being violent. I want Chris to get some damn counseling or something, because damn, he keeps finding himself in these situations. But Chris Brown pleads guilty in a vicious UK attack case where the victim was hit across the head with a liquor bottle. Sentencing set for October. So Chris could be, have his tour with Usher interrupted, and he may be serving some time in jail where he and his team went across this man's head with a bottle in a club, after an altercation. So it's found that he, I guess, was found guilty in this situation, and they're going to be sentencing him coming up in October. So Chris Brown has officially pled guilty in the UK assault case stemming from a 2022 incident at London Tape nightclub. According to court proceedings, Chris Brown pleaded guilty to one count of affray, while his co-defendant and vocal coach, Amalu Akindulu, also known as Hoodie Baby, entered the same plea. Prosecutors alleged that the pair attacked the man inside the nightclub, accusing Brown of striking the victim in the head twice with a glass bottle before the assault continued as the victim tried to get away. Wow. So authorities says that the victim suffered injuries to his head and knees, although Brown had already left the UK after the incident. Said that he was arrested in May of 2025 when he returned to the country for his world tour. So they were waiting on him. They had a warrant probably for his arrest. Wow, Chris. So he skipped the country, but they got his ass when he came back. So it says that as part of the plea, more serious charges, including assault, causing grievous bodily harm, and possession of an offensive weapon, were dropped. Said, but Brown and Akindulu are now scheduled to be sentenced in October. So we're gonna have to wait to see what happens in October in terms of what they're sentencing him to. He may get off on probation, who knows? Y'all know other countries, they don't really care about you being no celebrity or Chris Brown or nobody like that. Sometimes they will go ahead and issue that good jail time. So who knows? He could be locked up abroad in the UK from this incident of striking someone with a bottle. Okay, damn, Chris, that's so crazy. We really haven't heard of him being like real vicious since the Rihanna incident, but now he's in trouble again. So his little tour with Usher could be interrupted. We'll see what happens. Child, won't be no more bumping and grinding on the stage for a little while if his ass get locked up. Let's continue on. Ralph Pittman is reportedly having to pay Drew Sidora $145,000. Now she must now transfer ownership of the marital home and move out by August. That's coming up here, guys. August is what, in a week now? So Drew got to hurry up and move. Let's get into it. Shout out to Reality Recap rather. A new update has emerged in the Drew Sidora and Ralph Pittman divorce. You guys know before, Drew had to move out weeks ago, but the judge overturned that and allowed her to stay in the home so she could be there with her kids because she was complaining about not having the money to move. She and her oldest son, who is not by Ralph, was ordered to move out of the property. But she obviously was allowed to stay because the judge overturned it. But now it looks like they are doubling back. Ralph does have temporary custody of the kids. So it says, as previously ordered in the final divorce decree, I can't read today, Ralph was required to pay Drew $145,054.12 within 45 days for her share of the equity in their former marital home. Now, according to new reports, Ralph has reportedly made that payment before the court order deadline. So shout out to Ralph for doing that. Said that while I have not yet obtained the latest court filings confirming the payment, a trusted source indicates that the deadline was met. So shout out to Reality TV Recap on that. Said if those reports are accurate, the next steps outlined in the divorce decree would require Drew to, one, transfer her ownership interest in the home to Ralph by signing a quitclaim deed. claim deed. Okay. Next would be to vacate the marital residence within the court order time frame, which reports indicate would place her move out by August. Okay, so we don't know if it's by the end or middle or beginning. We just know it's August as of now. I'll be looking up that to see if we can find a specific date. Either way, that's still a short amount of time. I hope she's been looking or has already acquired another place to go. So it said that this comes after the court awarded Ralph ownership of the home, primary physical custody of the children during the school year, and ordered Drew to pay $2,218 per month in child support. Of course, this story is still developing. What do y'all think about that? Messy, messy, messy. So it's a lot of money being exchanged. So move on, Drew. Get on out of there. You and Ralph are finally divorced. Thank the Lord. Okay. Because baby, they were fighting all the time. I was sick of them. It was all like almost like the Mel and Martell situation. Baby, I said, okay, I need y'all to figure this out. All this damn fighting is damn stressing me out. All right. Let's get into it, honey. According to the Griot, it looks like Christine, which is Nolan's mom, she has spoken out. She says, I miss my sunshine. Life has been difficult, but advocating for you is worth it. Your father and I will not stop. Say his name, Nolan Wells, hashtag justice for Nolan Wells, hashtag forever 18. So Christine Wansley says life has been difficult since losing her son, Nolan Wells, but she shared that her husband, Elmore, and of course herself are not going to stop advocating for him. In a separate post, as you guys can see, she's still grieving. This is a grieving moment. It's not uncommon for a mom. Okay. She's also made a note because people are still harassing her. This is most recently where she says, please do not call my or my husband's phone trying to give us advice about how we are handling the death of our child, telling us how to handle people, and questioning our legal team. She says, we are all doing our best. At the end of the day, the only question Elmore and I need answered is what happened to our son, Nolan. Hashtag justice for Nolan Wells. Hashtag forever 18. So it looks like people been looking up her number and calling her and her husband and being kind of rude to them while they're going through this grieving process for their son, Nolan, which they should not be. I don't know who these people are that's doing this, but they need to fall back and allow these people to grieve properly. It's already hard enough. They don't know what happened to their son. They've already put him in the ground. People can be so insensitive, my God. All right, according to TMZ TV, there's a new development here. We're going to keep this train rolling because I want this to be a pop-in. I don't know if we're going to be able to squeeze it, but we'll see. All right, let's get into this newest update. Nolan Wells' friends, they said that you can hear his panic in the emergency 911 call. He says that my boat's sinking off Horn Island. Now, I listened to this. I didn't hear no panic. I'm sorry. I've heard people panic before in 911 calls. This did not come close to any type of panic I've ever heard, but let's listen to it, honey. The boat was Wyatt's boat, so this is going to be Wyatt speaking to the 911 operator. Let's go. Shout out to TMZ on this one.
Detail assistant, Vicky speaking. How can I help you?
Hey, we're at the west tip of Horn, and our bilge pump stopped working. We're sinking. Can y'all please come? We have a membership.
All right, of course. How far is the water coming up, sir? Can you give me a description? Ankles?
What'd you say? Hey.
Yes. How far is the water coming up, sir?
It's coming up. We're just sinking. I don't know. Like we're going down there.
All right. Well, let's get you going. Membership number or phone number listed on the account, sir?
I don't know the phone number. It's either Jerry Atkerson. I think it's Jerry Atkerson. Try that.
All right.
I know we have a membership, like guaranteed. I don't have the tag
Unless
on
you
here.
have a membership number or anything, it's okay. I'll get you over to the captain. What's the best phone number to reach you at?
Reach me at 2.
All right. And is everybody on board in good health otherwise?
Yeah, everybody's
How many? All right. Do you need the United States Coast Guard?
What?
Do you need the United States Coast Guard?
No, we do not need that.
All right. All right. Do you have your current GPS coordinates?
Let me go look.
There's another call where they did call for the United States Coast Guard to come out there because they were sinking real bad. So this is the first 911 call that was actually placed. So they said they didn't need them. So maybe their boat sinking was not that serious at the time, or maybe the the flooding kind of picked up, and they actually did have to call because there was a second call for this vote.
If not, I can send you a text message.
North, are you ready?
Yes, sir, I'm available.
North 30 degrees by 46.72.
All right, 4672. All right, and you were breaking up a little bit. Can you just repeat it one more time to make sure I have it correct?
Sorry, look.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, what?
So you're breaking up. If you need assistance, do you have a VHF radio?
Yeah, we do not have the VHF radio.
All right, well, let's try to get you going because
These boys are rude, ain't it? What? Is that how you talk to the 911 operator? She's trying to help you.
you don't have good cell phone reception. Can you verify your coordinates one more time?
Okay, my coordinates are 30 degrees by 14.684 north, and then west by 88 degrees by 46.79.
Right, it looks like you're on Horn Island, correct? Are you
Yes,
on
we are
Horn
at Horn
Island?
Island. Yes.
All right, is the boat sinking or you have it aground?
We were sinking, yes.
CTO assistant, Vicky speaking. How can I help you?
Okay, so y'all heard that? He is rude as hell, or maybe he's just drunk. It does sound like he might be drinking or have drunk a lot of alcohol or something. I know they said they was drinking heavily on the island. I don't know. But what do y'all think? What do y'all take of that? Nolan Wells' friends seem panicked. They're saying, I didn't hear no panic, okay? They were struggling for answers for the dispatcher to get them some help to their location. Yeah, so that's that, and let's move on. All right, so let's get into this rude ass coon, Officer Tatum. We heard him sit down with Warren earlier in my Car Chronicles video to go through the second part of the interview that was had. All right, so shout out to Stephen Smith because he actually interviewed him with another young man. Okay, so conservative former officer and civil rights lawyer discussed the Nolan Wells case. So of course, this Officer Tatum is rude as fuck and is trying to talk over everybody and has an attitude because people are asking questions. Y'all know he just interviewed Warren, which was one of the guys who was last seen with Nolan Wells. So let's get into this interview. I'm not sure what was wrong with him this day when he did this interview, but this was this was very hard to watch. Let's go.
Let me tell you this right now, Stephen A. Smith and Charles. I'm telling you right now, if a white boy was on an island with his black friends, all black, and some white folks put on a camera, that something must be suspicious because the one white boy is with all these black dudes, and something may have happened. We know that people covering it up and everything because these kids black. Man, we'd be pissed off on that. Ain't no way in the world I'd accept somebody saying, you gonna blame these black boys for doing something to this kid just because they black? That's insane. And that's what happened in this situation.
If a white boy had been on that boat with 3 black boys, we would have seen a very different.
Where's your evidence?
Did he talk?
Give me a case.
History.
No history. You can say history can tell us everything.
We would have seen please let me finish my statement. We would have seen a very different.
Give me an example.
Of the exonerated 5.
Let me tell you this right now, Stephen A. Smith. And
a great example, the exonerated 5, right? Who just happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. And they got blamed for something they didn't do and served time in prison for some shit that they never did. Thank God they were able to get out, but that does not take the time that they sat in prison rotten because somebody said that they saw them somewhere that they were not and blamed them for a crime that they did not commit, right? All right, so it's another video here. Y'all can sound off on what y'all think about that, all right? Because his rude ass, I said, oh, he is so fucking rude. It's another one I want to show y'all too. Hold on. We're not done. Because he was doing the most. I said, my God. Do you have to be this rude? Hold on. He was super rude. I ain't never seen no mess like that in my life. All right, hold on. What is wrong with this page? What's the other video? Hold on, y'all. Yeah, he's very defensive. I don't know why I mean, it's just a conversation, right? Everybody's kind of giving their opinions back and forth of what they think. And as soon as somebody else get to talking, here he comes cutting across what they're saying and not allowing him to finish what he has to say. He's rude as hell. All right. Hold on. I want y'all to see the other video that I was looking at earlier with him because he was doing the most, child. I said, child, what the hell? Let me see. Okay, yeah, they got one. Hold on. Just rude as hell. Okay. Yeah, let me pull that one. I said I knew it was something about this dude I didn't like when I originally saw him interviewing Warren. It was just something that rubbed me the wrong way with him. And now I see why. He's very anal. Very anal, and for no reason. I feel like he might be a Trump supporter low-key. Okay? I really feel like that. All right, let's get into this. Shout out to Jamel Peterson. I'm comedy. Let's get into this. Stephen A. Smith and Officer Brandon Tatum. They call him Uncle Tom battling. Let's get into this, y'all.
Say to folks that will ask this kind of question. He's on a boat. He's on an island. And according to numerous reports, he talked about staying behind and traveling back with a different set of company. Yet his car keys and his phone was left on a boat that he had traveled to those guys with. So what teenager do you know is saying he's staying someplace, but he's going to leave his car keys and his phone on the boat with the guys that he arrived at the island with? That does seem a bit suspicious, particularly when the guy's mother, Nolan Wells' mother, had to use some app to locate the phone, and it was something that wasn't given back. These are reports. I'm not pretending to know, Officer Tatum. These are what the report said. What do you say to that?
And this is where I feel like Benjamin Crump and them should be sued for them putting out this information without facts. Let me point the facts out. Without context, it sounds bizarre. But when you put it in the context that a lot of people left their phones on the boat that left. Many kids came to get their phone after they left the lake. Nolan was with a girl. It's not shocking that Nolan would have said, hey, man, you guys had to leave, because they had to leave in an emergency situation. It wasn't like they had time to prep and everything. The boat was sinking, so they had to go. And they told Nolan, get on the boat, get on it.
You say to folks that will ask this kind of.
Now, you need to be sued for repeating something that was told to you by Warren, because guess what? Miss Katie McCormick done spoke to TMZ and has verified that Nolan didn't stay with her. Boom. All right, let's shut your ass up right quick, since you want to sit on there and overtalk everybody and be loud and damn wrong. All right, yeah, hearsay. Somebody need to be sued. Your ass need to be sued for quoting and repeating some shit you heard, coon ass. Now let's get into Katie, who's verified that Nolan didn't stay with her. And somebody else also verified it, all right? Nolan Wells, now the sister of the girl that he allegedly stayed behind with at Horn Island, speaks out as well. This is Katie. She's a pretty girl. No homo. Now I see why he was trying to holler at her on the island, okay? He is mixed. He is half black and half Filipino. So yeah, he's probably gonna like a little white in his life, and nothing wrong with that. If that's what he liked, who cares? All right, so Nolan Wells' friend says that he hung back on Horn Island. Friend would have been Warren, okay, with a girl when they left in the boat, but the girl is apparently telling a different story. Shout out to TMZ, all right? 19-year-old Katie McCormick spent time with Nolan on the island before his disappearance and death. According to the Daily Mail, and Nolan's friend Warren Hudson, who just did the interview, said that their group was frantically rushing off the island as their vessel took on water, claiming that Nolan refused to leave Katie and join them on their journey back to the Mississippi mainland. Let's keep going. Said thing is, Katie's sister Gracie told the Daily Mail that Katie had a conversation and assumed that Nolan was getting ready to get on the boat that he came out on. So how he stayed back with her, and the sister, Gracie, which is Katie McCormick's sister, says that Nolan was said to have gotten back on the boat with the guys. So which one is it? Which one is it? Mr. Loud and Wrong? Tatum? See, you listening to Warren. You listening to Warren. Katie McCormick said that Nolan was said to have been getting back on the boat. He didn't stay with her. I told y'all earlier that Katie went back with her sister-in-law and her brother. And now her sister is confirming that Nolan was said to have gotten back on the boat with the fella. Said that Katie's sister added that Katie assumed the friends telling him to get back on the boat wouldn't have left him. So even she's saying it's weird that they're saying that Nolan stayed back with her. And even Warren said in the interview, and Katie knows it, Katie can confirm it. How is Katie confirming when Katie and her sister are saying here, let's go back up, said that Katie's sister Gracie told the Daily Mail that Katie had a conversation and assumed that Nolan was getting ready to get on the boat he came out on. That means he would have been back with the friends that he came with. Nolan, it would have been Nolan, Warren, and Bart, and all the rest of them that we named out earlier. Okay? So as you know, 18-year-old Nolan never made it home from Horn Island, and his body was found July 6th, as I told you guys in my notes, in shallow waters. So while Warren is saying that he got a call at 1 p.m. on the 5th that they found Nolan's body, I don't know how when they said his body was found July 6th, like I told y'all earlier. Do I ever lie to y'all? Do I ever lie to y'all? I told y'all the time it was found too. That's how on it I be. Body was found. Y'all see here, according to TMZ, his body was found July 6th in shallow water, and it was 8:45 a.m. to be exact when his body was found. So Warren said in a whole interview with Officer Tatum that he got a call at 1 p.m. on July the 5th to say that they found Nolan's body is very much so inaccurate. That means you already knew where the body was. That's what it gives. So let's continue. Near where he was last seen alive, investigators are still trying to piece together what led to Nolan's death. And his family's commissioned an independent autopsy, as we all know. Okay. It said the preliminary findings revealed that he may have suffered a head injury, which I feel like they hit him in the back of the head, but there's no official cause or manner of death as of yet. So we got to wait until everything is official. I think everyone is speculating, putting pieces of this puzzle together, but I showed you guys this because since this interview has gone out, I think that Katie is like, yeah, no, you're not about to place this shit on me to say that I was the last person seen with Nolan when Nolan was said to have gotten back on the boat with you guys. So the way Warren set it up in the interview was that Nolan was cuddled up and hugged up with Katie, and that Wyatt screamed out to him, Nolan, get the fuck on the boat. We get ready to go. And he said that Nolan said right there, no, I'm staying back with Katie. Now Katie has come forward to say, no, I didn't stay. Nolan didn't stay with me. He was said to have gotten back on the boat with you guys. So that places Nolan with you guys, which then also places Nolan at that pool party on the 5th, like I showed you guys. All right. Y'all see how this shit coming out? Mm-hmm. All right. Let's keep going. Because, baby. All right. I'm debating on do I want to show these pictures or not. Because, I don't want YouTube to be tripping. But I got some real good pictures. Real good pictures. All right. So, okay, let's go. Let me put my trigger up when I do this, because child, take that off. Okay, let's put my trigger up. I'm gonna try to be real precise when I do this. Okay, pay attention to this person, okay, and also pay attention to. All right, let's go into this. I got a few things I want to show y'all, just to connect some dots here. Child, these folks just lying their asses off. Of course, we know that's Nolan. We already showed this, okay? This is Warren, who did the interview with his arm around Nolan in the pool, okay? Obviously, he has a beer or something in his hand. That's irrelevant, but let's go over here. This guy right here is the picture that I just showed you guys first. He appears to be a little afraid, does he not? Okay? He appears to be a little afraid. Let's keep going. That appears to be him as well, according to what I was told, okay? Pay attention, follow me. All right, he appears to be afraid. Y'all see that? That's the guy that was in the pool. All right, so now let me show y'all this other thing I have. Because baby, all right, hold on. Put him down there. Let me see. Lord, do I want to show it? Okay. Yeah, I'm going to show it. And if I have to edit it out, I will. But I need this for my video so that you guys can see what's going on. If I got to edit it, shit, I'll just edit it. This is imperative. Now, remember I told y'all the other day that I saw a video that appeared to be Nolan, where he may have been attacked. In the same video, it was videoed where that you can see someone videoing with their phones, which I thought was very, very, very good info. And I did screenshots. Let me get the screenshots up too. The stills, because I was like real reluctant of do I want to show this or not, but now I got to, because yeah, I got to show it, y'all, because if I don't, it's not going to connect well. And YouTube, if they have an issue with it, I'll just edit the shit out. I don't care. Desperate times call for desperate measures, damn it. All right, so I'm gonna play the video. Bree Lee. Now, I told y'all what yesterday when I went back to look for this video, that was where they showed this person who appeared to be Nolan on the beach face down, which is how they found him, still in his swimming trunks. Okay. Now, this video is circulating around. I don't know who originally uploaded it. Bree Lee has captured the video, and I searched high and low, and thank you, Jesus, I ran up on this video. So we're gonna go ahead and play it. Okay. And let me get back to my main screen. Let me activate my overlay, just if I need to add it. Okay. Hold on. All right. So okay. So we're gonna go ahead and play it, and then when I need to add the overlay to it, then I will, just so we don't show it too much. All right, because we have to do that for YouTube's sake. Because when they go back and view the video, I don't want it to be too gruesome. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and play it.
You've seen something, say something. That reward money is too high to not be saying something. If you've seen something, say something and take that money and freaking leave. What is wrong with y'all? Why are y'all staying quiet? I don't understand. If you didn't have anything to do with it and you didn't do anything wrong, I understand being scared, but say something. Say something. Nolan's family deserves peace. They will not have peace until they know what happened to their son. I'm sorry, they won't. And I'm going to keep praying for them because this is very sad. Is this Nolan? Is that Nolan? Because it sure looks like Nolan out at Horn Island. It also looks like his friend Javon there. Allegedly, people are saying that it is his friend, the coach out there. Y'all, we need to know who originally posted, where it came from, who the people are in the video. There is $150,000.
Y'all catch that the first time? Sorry, I had to keep putting my overlay up. We have to do that for YouTube's sakes when we're showing something like that, so that they know that it is something that definitely needs to have special attention to. So did y'all get that? Nolan was found on the island face down in gray swimming trunks, as you guys can see in that video. Gray swimming trunks is, you know, this person had on gray swimming trunks. I showed you guys. Another person was saying, oh, that's AI. That's not true video. Nolan had a bigger afro. I told you guys in my Car Chronicles video, Black people, when you have a natural state of your hair, as Nolan did, when obviously he had been swimming and in the water quite frequently that day, so his hair is going to have some shrinkage by it being wet, okay? All right, so it ain't going to be puffed out like it was originally in prior videos, okay? So let me see. Let's go back. Give me a second, y'all. Okay. Let me upload this new stuff that I just pulled. Lordy, lordy, lordy. Okay. I'm trying to piece together this stuff, and I want y'all to see it. Okay. Okay. All right, so now I don't know if this person is drunk or already gone, already up at the pearly gates. Okay, I don't know, but hold on. All right, let's move you down here. All right, I'm gonna take a chance on this one. I hope they don't flag my shit. If they do, I'm gonna just take it out. I don't give a damn. As long as y'all get to see it now. If y'all watching in real time, then hallelujah to you. All right, let's go back though. All right, so pay attention. Y'all see this guy right here? He is in the video where the person that I told y'all was being attacked. Y'all remember I showed y'all the attack video? I'll show it here. The attack picture. I'll show y'all here in a second. So these two people here are similar. They look similar. All right, because somebody was trying to say that was AI. That's the same guy that's in the pool at the pool party, which happened on 7/5. Okay. All right, as you guys can see, See somebody videoing this person who appeared to be Nolan? Let's back it up, son. Y'all see that? Gray shorts. I know you can't hardly tell because it's kind of distorted. As you guys can see here, see this person over here videoing as well. So maybe this person was drunk, because I did see videos where they said that Nolan had a lot to drink that day. Maybe he was passed out. I don't know. It could be a joke. We're going to say it that way. It could be some weird joke where they're videoing him. Let's stop it now. Where they're videoing him inebriated, passed out on the beach. I don't know what the fuck, but it looks like you guys may have seen him in a state of emergency, and instead of calling 911, you guys filmed it. So maybe this is why you guys were erasing things from your phone, because shit like this was being seen, right? So now let me pull up what I was showing you guys earlier. Let's see. Let's go back. Okay, so, and pay attention to the picture I just showed y'all, okay? Pay attention to the picture that I just showed y'all. So now we're going to look at the attack picture so that you guys can put a face with some of this stuff. All right, so hashtag justice for Nolan Wells, okay? This is the guy that we just showed y'all who appears to be the same person that was in the pool. All right, y'all see that? See him back there? And down here is appearing to be who they're trying to say maybe Nolan. Shout out again to Nina, the paralegal. So it looks like this person is being very aggressive in nature that may have attacked Nolan, because he is in attack stance. This person is standing back watching. Okay, there's a better picture. There's a better picture. Why would he be standing over him in an aggressive stance, hand fist balled up? Okay, yeah. Obviously, it's on the beach, white sand. Okay, we did see white sand when we saw the interview with Officer Tatum and Warren going back out to Horn Island. They do have white sand, so this does corroborate that location. This does look like Nolan's hair. Okay, I wish I had a better picture. I don't know. All right, but that definitely looks like the same boy who was scared in the pool. That's Warren. Okay, that's Warren. Okay, again, that's the pool party, as I showed you guys. All right. And as I told you guys, the pool party happened on July 5th. As you guys can see, the timestamp up there of 2026 and not 6/27, as they tried to say, as I told y'all earlier. For those of you just joining. Here he is right here with the guy around here. He looks afraid for some odd reason. He looks scared as shit. Here's Nolan with Warren's arm around him. There's the basketball goal where Nolan was throwing up. Okay. But yeah, I just want to show y'all that again. There's a better picture. Does he not look petrified or terrified right here? That's Nolan over there. So the same guy, which is so weird, who is said to be in a picture where someone appears to be Nolan being attacked, is in the pool with Nolan. So these pictures kind of match, right? Do they not? Do they not match to you guys? That's Nolan. And Warren has already said that was Nolan, but he tried to say that it was for another pool party. But you have said that's Nolan, but we have verified that this is the same pool party that happened on 7/5. I'm sorry. The same pool party happened on 7/5 because it's the same pictures, the same poses, the same everything. We compared them. It's the same. All right. But this guy right here has a weird look about him. He looks afraid for some reason. Why is this guy holding him like this? He looks scared, petrified. Something is off in this picture with this. But this appears to be the same guy who was standing there with the baseball cap on, watching whoever was being attacked in said video, in said picture. Let's go back. Right here. Same person. That same person. Okay? And people were trying to say they felt like that might have been Warren. But I don't know. I don't know. We'll have to take a deeper look. All right, so something else I wanted to show y'all, because something else just came through. Okay, it's a form that I need to show you guys, so let's get that out. Lord, I've been pulling and pulling and pulling and pulling. I'm going to read that too, because that might be something that we need to get on record. It's so much, y'all. It's so much. And I still have stuff in my phone I ain't even talked about yet. That's just how much stuff I pulled. I'm about tired of talking about this shit, but we got to keep going. All right. So according to New Trend Reality LLC, this person says Javon, not sure why they put the D in front, but Javon was in our boat, said that our boat was not full, and there was never a word that Nolan was needing a ride back. So it was not a word he needed to ride back because he was already on the fucking boat. That's what I think. So Javon had a little too much drinking in the island, and though he came back with us, said that his phone went back inside another boat. Said also Javon told me when I told him that I was going to call his mom to come and pick him up in my house because I didn't want him driving like he was. He says that my mom knows that I drink. It's normal. So meaning, hey, she know I drink and drive. It's not a problem. I can drive tonight. So it said also the boys stated that Nolan was pretty intoxicated himself. Another note said that we had to search for Javon before leaving the island because he didn't came back. They mean come back to our boat with our boys and the other two boys that he came with to our home. So it looks like Javon may have gone back to their home because remember, directly after they got back, they went to somebody's house to hang out. That next day they had a pool party. So my question is, was Javon at the same pool party where Nolan was also spotted? Because he also said the last time he saw Nolan was on Horn Island. So I feel like Javon might be full of shit too. I don't know. Or maybe he's hiding or protecting someone. Let's see. Said we had to search for Javon before leaving the island because he didn't come back to our boat with our boys, and the other two boys came with that he came with to our home. Said he sure was hanging with Nolan most of the time there, and now knowing that he was best friends with Nolan since childhood, said I assume that Javon knows more because he was with Nolan most of the time. I said that. Said that we left the island at 4 p.m. and Nolan was still in the island. Said I believe Javon's phone was in the same boat as Nolan's. So what do y'all make of that? So let's get into this. This is okay. So we just talked about Officer Tatum, the one that I feel like is MAGA, the one that was just going off on Stephen Smith's page over there and wouldn't let nobody talk. Now, this is CJ Wells, which is the brother of Nolan's mama. Okay. His name is CJ Wells. So let's get into it. CJ Wells Jr. So he checks Officer Tatum because, of course, he was saying some real egregious things about Christine, which is Nolan's mom. So let's get into what he had to say because he checked his ass. So CJ Wells Jr. says, honestly, Officer Tatum, I've been a fan of yours for a while, and I have to be upfront since I really don't appreciate you on how you disagree with how my sister and her husband handling the situation. He goes on to say that I can promise you that the GoFundMe ain't for them because he was questioning the GoFundMe. He said that my sister and her husband are not greedy folks looking to get a handout like most people. Said that they're just honest working people just trying to maintain like anybody else in the world. So for everyone thinking that money is being used for buying lavish things, I can promise y'all don't know anything. And especially y'all don't know my sister and her husband because their mom, I know Christine says she works in nursing or medical. So she makes pretty good money, I would hope, right? They stay in a very upscale neighborhood, so I don't think they're hurting for no money. Says, and for my nephew, he wouldn't do anything that would jeopardize his football career. Said that he always had the utmost respect for adults. So instead of talking to one side, how about you talk to my sister and her husband before you make assumptions about them without talking to them first? I agree. So you just took Warren's side for everything. You out here windmilling for Warren in damn interviews, and you ain't even talked to the other side. So all of your interviews seem that it's one-sided. How you talk to one person and you don't get another perspective? That's what this man is saying. This is the brother of Christine Wells, which is Nolan's mom. I agree. Hell, I agree. And I'm glad he checked your ass. I'm glad you posted it too. He read your ass down because you're doing the fucking most right now. All right. So this, of course, is Katie McCormick, the girl who was last seen with Nolan. Okay. This is her. I see why Nolan was trying to holler at her and interested in her. She's a pretty girl. All right. No homo. All right. So let's get into this because now it looks like one of the boats are getting permission to be searched. Not sure why they're doing that on the 25th. What's today? The 24th of July, when this happened on the 4th. Anything could have happened. I just told y'all the other day that there was a company that cleans boats that they were talking about on one of their social media pages, right? But again, if they spray luminol on there, if they're doing the investigation correctly, you can't get rid of blood splatter or anything like that. If blood was leaking or something like that on the boat, it's going to pick it up. But they were saying that you can, with some boating company, that would come out and clean your boat. And it will be clean as if you just purchased it. Y'all remember I just told y'all that, I want to say yesterday, I think. All right, so Mississippi Department of Marine Resources, Office of Marine Patrol. This just dropped today, so I'm going to go ahead and show it to you guys. Permission to search. Statement of property owner says, I, Jerry Advocacer, I don't know. The undersigned residing at, takes that out, which is his address, do hereby authorize Shay Smith and other officers of the Department of Marine Resources to search the following property, which are owned by me or are under my control. I further authorize these officers to remove any documents or items which they deem pertinent to their investigation, with the understanding that I will be provided with a receipt for anything removed. Okay, so it skips down here, motor, which is the vessel, and then it gives the VIN number and all of that, issued by the state of Mississippi. Waiver says that I have not been threatened in any way, nor offered any reward for granting this consent. I have been advised of my right to refuse permission to search. I hereby give permission for the aforementioned officer to search the above locations. Signature, they signed off 7/8 of 2026 at 5:10. This was released today. Obviously, it happened on the 8th because that's when they signed it. Statement of witness. I hereby certify that the above statement was signed in my presence voluntarily and without any threats or any promises of rewards. Signed off again. Okay. 7/8 2026 at 17:10. Search started 7/8 time 17, I guess that's 20. Search concluded 7/8 at 17:29. That's a quick search, ain't it? So it took y'all 9 minutes to search a boat, to look for everything. 9 minutes. That let me know y'all ain't do no thorough search. Did y'all fingerprint and all that? Y'all did all that in 9 minutes. Let's go back. Is that 10 or 20? Let's be generous. 17:10. And then they finished, the search concluded at 17:29. That ain't no time. What's that, 19 minutes? The hell? So in 19, let's say 20 to be nice. So in 20 minutes, y'all searched this boat and y'all gave an account for what y'all found in 20 minutes on this damn boat. Now I know it ain't a yacht or a cruise ship. We know that. But if you're looking for something that could be pertinent information to maybe someone dying or some type of something on this boat that could be great evidence, why are you rushing it? 19 to 20 minutes? Okay, officer searching, he signed off, badge number 16, agency case number, it gives it there, MP 2607-0016. All right, what y'all think about that? So they'll say they did search this boat. Obviously, the DA has said they're not releasing any information as related to this, so I guess we won't know until we know, okay? Because the DA said everything comes through her, and until they're ready to release it, they will not be releasing, okay? So what do y'all think about that piece of information? All right, so let's get off that. Was there something else I needed to show y'all? I'm trying to make sure I show y'all everything. All right, let me see. Oh, I do want to play this. I think we may have heard it, but I want to play it one more time just to refresh you guys' memory. Now that we know that Katie McCormick and her sister have confirmed that Nolan was said to have got back on the boat with his friends that he came with. I'm going to play this one more time. Shout out again to Officer Tatum because that's where we heard it. All right, with his lying ass. And no, Warren, you a liar too. Let's go.
Hey, have y'all seen Nolan? Did he ride in with y'all? And all the boys were like, no. Well, I texted Javon and I was like, hey, can you send me Miss Christine's number? Because I haven't heard from Nolan. And if she hasn't heard from Nolan, then I'm calling the Coast Guard. And so eventually Javon sends me her number.
Who is her? That's
Miss Christine.
Miss Christine is
Nolan's mom.
Nolan's mom.
Yeah. And I walked down to the dock because, I mean, there was a lot of people at Ava. It's not a lot, but, you know, there was probably 15 of our friends there. And I was just like, walked down to the dock with a couple of my buddies. And I got on the phone I called Miss Christine, called her the first time. She didn't answer. I called her a second time. And I got on the phone with her. And I asked her if she had heard from Nolan. She said no. And I said, all right, well, don't freak out. I'm going to call the Coast Guard. And this was at about 11 o'clock.
So what's your intent in calling the Coast Guard, right? Because right now.
Hey, have y'all seen Nolan? Did he ride in with y'all?
Again, why would she freak out if you guys felt that he was okay and stand back with Katie, who already said he didn't, Katie said that Nolan didn't stay back with him. Nolan got on the boat with you guys. So why would his mom need to freak out if you guys left him in a safe space? That's what I don't understand. Why'd you need to call the Coast Guard if he stayed with Katie? What was that gonna do? Katie said they were leaving the island, that Nolan was supposed to catch a ride back with Katie. So why call the Coast Guard? The Coast Guard ain't about to come on the land. The Coast Guard is supposed to be for anything near the water or on the beach, right? That's what I don't understand.
Nolan could be with a chick. He could be with somebody else.
Right.
He could have gone back with somebody else. What made you concerned enough that you felt like you couldn't weigh it out anymore? You had to call the Coast Guard.
Well, I mean, like I said, my friends and I have been on the water our whole life. Stuff happens. People die all the time. I know people that have died out there. And, it's a fun place to be, but it's also a very, very dangerous place to be if you're not handling it right. And Nolan, so I hadn't heard from him. And obviously, I'm thinking I'd way rather be safe than sorry. I mean, I would rather call the Coast Guard 100 times and lose my mind over it, and my buddy be okay, than not, and me not know where he is and him not be okay. And so I called the Coast Guard and I talked to them on the phone for like 20 minutes, gave him a description, what Nolan was wearing, the last place we were at, the last time I saw him, who were we with, what boat we were.
Nolan could be with.
So we played that earlier. I just wanted to play that for you guys where he was saying he called his mom and like he was so concerned. I don't know. Something just seems off. I see somebody Rose said in the chat she feels like they're going to get away with it. I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to say that. I think that a lot of the information is coming out, even though they're trying to hide some things. I feel that Ben Crump and his team, I don't think that they're telling everything that they know. I think a lot of people are cooperating and sending them things. I think Ben Crump is on social media a lot. He has a presence on social media, even though he may not be saying things. I do see he posts or reposts a lot of things that he's seeing. But I do think that he's taken all of the leads that's being sent to him into consideration, and they're going forward with that. It's going to take some time. It's going to take some time to find out what really happened to Nolan. It may not happen today. It may not happen tomorrow. There was a case that I saw, you guys, and just to show you guys how justice works, let me show you guys this because I ran across this today. Okay. A person always think they're getting away with something, but justice can come back 10, 15 years from now. Look at this case right here. According to the Bish Gossip, all right, a successful realtor has been arrested for the unaliving of her best friend 14 years ago. So 14 years, she's been able to live her life for 14 years. Y'all see how it comes back? When you unalive somebody, they could come back 14 years later and get your ass. You think that you living your best life and you don't went on with your life and ain't nobody thinking about that shit again. And boom, here comes some damn evidence that tie you to said case, and boom, your ass is locked up. All right. So this person was starved 100 times. Let's get into this. I want y'all to see this case, honey. Because baby, she thought she was getting away with this 14 years ago. And her ass is in fucking prison today. Let's go.
A decade-old murder, detectives say, is now solved. Mayra Velasquez sits in jail charged with the 2012 murder of Aracima Chavez, stabbed to death inside her South Collins Street apartment in Arlington. Today, detectives spoke out about the case and the emotional moment they finally got to tell the victim's family there was a suspect. Scoop Jefferson explains how a plastic fork led to that arrest.
Dixon worked as the lead detective in the January 2012 murder of 32-year-old Aracima Chavez, found inside her South Collins Street apartment, stabbed more than 100 times. But not even this video, Dixon says, showing Chavez opening the door for her killer led to an arrest back then. The break in the case came after Arlington PD teamed up with Dallas FBI to use the genetic genealogy program.
It starts with an unknown DNA sample recovered from a scene. That sample is then submitted to a publicly accessible genealogy service.
A decade-old murder, detectives say,
to identify potential relatives of the unknown DNA profile.
After the unknown DNA came back as a Hispanic female, undercover officers confiscated plastic forks they say 42-year-old Mayra Velasquez used at lunch with friends. Velasquez, a friend of Chavez, identifies herself on Facebook as a realtor with a local real estate company. And police say DNA from the fork identifies her as the killer, held in a Tarrant County jail on capital murder, now one of more than a dozen solved cases for the department.
To identify potential relatives.
See that 14 years later, she done moved on with her life, got her real estate license, working, selling homes, and here they come, knocking on the door. Ma'am, sorry, but we found this fork with your DNA on it. Come with us. So just because, right? 14 years later, she probably won't even think about that shit no more. She's probably like, damn, I got away with this. They ain't think about this shit no more. Whole time they still investigating. One fork got your ass got your ass in prison for a 14-year-old cold case. So just because, and I played this for a reason, just to show you guys, for people who think that this case is going to go cold or that they're not going to get nobody today or tomorrow, justice has no time limit, right? Okay. Even if it's 10 years down the road, we'll still be just as happy that justice was served and everybody that was involved in this Nolan Wells case get caught. But successful realtor arrested for a 14-year-old cold case unaliving of her friend. All right. The same, almost the same as Nolan. All right. She unalived her friend and thought she got away with it. Now, in July 2026, Arlington, Texas police arrested 42-year-old Mayra Velasquez. Okay, Mara Velasquez, whatever her name is, a local real estate agent, and charged her with capital unaliving in the January 2012. Look at that. Unaliving of her former close friend, 32-year-old, Erasma Chavez, who was found unalived in her apartment with nearly 100 stab wounds and no signs of forced entry. So she did open the door, which showed there was somebody she knew or was familiar with. That's why it wasn't forced entry. The lone cold case was solved when the FBI's investigative genealogy program uploaded the unknown DNA from a blood droplet on a bedroom television stand to a public genealogy database, identifying a match to one of Velasquez's relatives. Okay, investigators then built out the family tree and narrowed the field to Velasquez. So it's going to always come back. See how technology is? We got a lot of technology out there now. They have ways of finding out things, right? So just because you delete something here or delete something, it's going to be one little small piece of something that can always come back and attach yourself to said situation. So everybody that was involved, I'm gonna tell you now, even if they catch one person in the Nolan Wells case and they get to telling them how much time they get ready to get for this case, they're not going to go down by themselves. So eventually they're going to start naming other people involved. Well, this person was there and this person videoed and this, and before you know it, everybody involved is going to be caught up. And that's how the shit going. I'm telling you, that's how it's going to play out. I've seen this shit happen so many times. It's always one little piece of evidence. And right when a person think they got away, they spin the block on their ass when they ain't even thinking about it. See, they think now that they put out their stories, they're doing these interviews to try to separate themselves from this situation with Nolan Wells. They're creating alibis, they're deleting pictures, videos, deactivating accounts. That shit ain't gonna matter. I'm telling you, it's too much. Technology. It's too much technology now. It's not like it was in 1986. We are in 2026, where technology is so prominent now. All they need is a simple drop of blood. All they need is a simple drop of this or that to figure some shit out. That's all they need. So if they're searching that boat and they find one little simple drop of blood on Wyatt's boat, that directly connects him to Nolan's unaliving. It connects you. You gotta talk. So I played this case for a reason. 14 years this girl got away with it. And now her ass is locked up. So we're going to just keep hope alive with this case with Nolan. We'll keep reporting everything that we have. We don't want to keep this video too long because it's really supposed to be a pop-in. But thank you guys again for coming back. All right. If I don't come back later, you guys, because I want to lay down. I'm not feeling too great. But I wanted to come back for midday. I'm going to try to come back later. But I'm going to take me some cold medicine and lay down and rest a little bit. Okay. Since I'm really supposed to work only half a day today since I'm going on vacation next week. But I wanted to get that information out. You said, Caramel, and just get all since it what's the latest on Nolan's case? Yeah, they're not getting off. They're not going to get off. We're going to keep digging and putting up information here. And yeah, I sent over a bunch of stuff today once I got off Car Chronicles to what's the man name? Crump. Okay, to officer, not officer, but Ben Crump. I sent a bunch of stuff over to him so that he will see what's going on and new developments and findings that we have. So they can look into it. Okay. I'm not trying to take over an investigation, but anything that I find, I'm gonna send over. And I don't give a damn about the reward money. It's not even for that. I'm just doing my job as a content creator to bring the news and findings of whatever we find. Okay. But thank you guys for joining. Thank you to all my content creators for joining this live. Thank you, Tiffany Thomas, Rose Olmstead, and Truth TV Podcast. Thank you, Caramelians, everybody, for joining this live. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to like. Okay. video. We're gonna get on out of here, guys. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful day. Until the next one. Bye.